Hey everyone and welcome back to Madka Tips channel. So if you're watching this video, it means you care about becoming better, stronger, and not just physically. I'm talking about mentally as well. And honestly, that's very powerful, because you know that mental strength is what holds everything together, your goals, your relationships, your peace. So today, I want to share with you 7 daily habits that build mental strength. Not overnight, of course, but every single day, step by step. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about mornings. They set the tone for everything that follows. Right when you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, scroll, or just, lie there overthinking, you're starting the day on someone else's terms. I would say, not yours. But if you take control, just like in small ways, it changes everything. For example, make your bed, not because it's a trend, but because it tells your brain, I've already done something productive. Drink water, not coffee first. Water. Your brain needs it to function clearly. Do a short workout, maybe even just 5 or 10 minutes. You're proving to yourself that your comfort isn't in charge, you are. That quiet moment where you choose structure over chaos, that's the first mental win of the day. And it gives you more momentum. Because real strength starts the second you stop letting the day push you around and instead start leading it. Okay, next. Men are expected to care a lot, right? And sometimes, that pressure makes you feel like you have to fix everything all at once. But mental strength doesn't come from chasing 100 things. It actually comes from finishing one. Every morning, you should ask yourself, what's the one thing I will get done today? Just one. Keep it clear and realistic. It may be, I don't know, sending that email you've been avoiding. Or showing up to the gym. Or even just having that hard conversation you've been putting off. Happens a lot, to everyone. Women as well. And when you finish that one thing, you build something way more important than productivity. You build trust with yourself. It's like you're telling your brain, when I say I'll do something, I mean it. And that self-trust, it carries over into everything. Your confidence, your focus, and yes, even your relationships. Next. Guys. So we live in a world that's loud, notifications, opinions, comparison, all fighting for your attention. But here's the truth. Strength grows in silence. Try this. Give yourself 15 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no noise. Go for a walk. Sit in the sun. Journal your thoughts. Just be with yourself. At first it might feel weird, maybe even uncomfortable, but over time, you will start to hear something powerful, your own mind. You will think clearer, solve problems faster. You will know what you want instead of being pulled in every direction. And it's not about cutting the world off. It's about protecting your mind long enough for it to breathe. And when you create this mental space, you gain mental strength. That's the moment when decisions become sharper. And your energy goes where it actually matters. Okay, next. Guys, here is one important detail to think about. Men don't always have to react. You don't always have to win the argument, or prove a point, or show that you're unbothered. Real strength is quiet. It shows up in the pause between what happens and how you handle it. Someone disrespects you. For example, you don't have to explode or go cold. Take a breath and ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will this matter in a week? Do I really need to respond at all? Actually, most of the time, your calm response is more powerful than any loud reaction. And this applies in relationships as well. When a woman is emotional or testing your boundaries, which happens a lot, reacting with anger or shutting down doesn't help. Staying grounded, staying calm, that's masculine energy, that's leadership, and it builds mental strength like nothing else. Believe me. Okay, next point. And let me ask you this. How often do you tell yourself, I'll wake up early, I'll start eating better, I'll stop texting her, and then don't follow through? It doesn't make you weak. No, but every time you break a promise to yourself, it's like you chip away your self-respect. And over time, your mind stops believing you. Mental strength is built when you become your own leader. That means if you say you will do something, you actually do it. Even when you're tired, even when no one is watching. Start small. Pick one promise today and keep it. Finish the run. Cook your own meal. Read the book. Stay off social media at night. And when you prove to yourself that your word means something, believe me, you walk differently. You talk differently. And people feel it. That's self-trust. It's quiet. But it makes you unshakable. Okay. Who you spend time with has a massive effect on how mentally strong or drained you feel. You might be grinding, trying to level up, trying to think bigger, but if your circle is full of people who complain, who blame, who avoid responsibility, it drags you down without you even noticing it. It's like trying to stay in shape while living in a fast food restaurant. Surround yourself with people who challenge you in a good way. Men who talk about goals. Who show up when they say they will. People who don't need to be perfect, but are at least trying to grow. And if you don't have that circle yet, it's okay. Start by limiting your time with people who drain you. Spend more time alone if you have to. Because when your environment is strong, your mindset follows. And suddenly, growing doesn't feel that heavy anymore. It feels natural. Okay, next point. Most men grow up being told to man up, suck it up, or don't be soft. So over time, you get used to being hard on yourself, even brutal. You make a mistake and your inner voice says, I'm such an idiot. I always mess things up. I'm not good enough, etc. But let me ask you something. Would you talk to your little brother like that? Or your best friend? Someone you love and want to see grow? No, of course. You'd tell them the opposite. Yeah, maybe you messed up, but you're learning. You've been through a lot, but you're still standing. You've got this. You're going to get better. So why not talk to yourself that way? This isn't about being soft or avoiding accountability. It's about giving yourself a mental environment where growth is actually possible. Because when you constantly beat yourself up, your brain stays in survival mode. You don't grow when you're under attack, even if the attack is coming from you. Mental strength is knowing how to correct yourself without crushing your spirit. It's knowing how to be firm without being cruel. And yes, it's learning to forgive yourself and move forward like a man who deserves better. Because you do. You always do. So, mental strength isn't about pretending to be tough. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, with discipline, focus, and kindness. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent, one habit at a time. See you in the next one.